Chapter 1 Manhattan Smith. I bought an old house, built in the year 1800. It is in a very old historic town, the setting for one of the first railroad lines and one of the first photographers. The area dates back 100 years before the town was even named Milford. It is on a river which really floods when the rains are of historic levels. The house was built long before the mills were built on the river, the grist mill and the paper mill. One of the first railroad lines runs through here, even when there was little else but farms around but our house. I moved into this lovely old home with my wife and infant son, and our daughter was born and joined our family in this house. Not long after we moved in, we all started to notice peculiar things happening. Because we were out in the country, we were not too worried about people coming to the house, but to alert us, just in case someone did enter, we hung a string of bells on the back door. Well, those bells started ringing without any cause. No one was at the door, and the bells would be ringing. This would happen periodically throughout the day, every day. The bells swinging back and forth so often made a groove in the door. That was the first bizarre incident we noticed, but gradually we experienced more disturbances. When my family were alone in the house, we would sometimes hear footsteps walking across the attic over our heads. The footsteps would stop in the middle, right over our heads, and then continue to the other wall. Sometimes it seemed to miss a step, like it was dragging a foot or shuffling a few steps, and then continue walking. We weren't the only ones to experience weird things here. The house was the perfect location for big outdoor parties, and we would host events like birthdays and holidays there. But many of our guests noticed a strange phenomenon. When someone entered the house alone to use the bathroom, the door handle would jiggle like someone was trying the lock or trying to enter. Our guest would call out, "Occupied!" But the jiggling would not stop. When they opened the door, no one would be there inside the house with them at all, but they all noticed the creepy feeling they experienced standing there, having flung open the door in irritation to find no one at all.